Hi, my name is Eddie Hart, and welcome to this presentation on the secrets of building your financial wealth. I want to both thank you and welcome you to this presentation. I really believe today that you're going to hear some information that certainly you've heard before, but I also believe that you're going to hear some information that you have not. This is the first time you're going to hear it is right here. This whole idea of the secrets for building your financial wealth. But before I get into the topic here, I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about myself. When I was just 13 years old, I decided I wanted to go to the Olympics and pick up an Olympic gold medal. I mean, that's some kind of lofty, right, for a guy that's only 13 years old. But I tell you, I was willing to do any and everything to make that happen. There was no sacrifice that I was unwilling to do in order to get that Olympic gold medal. And let me tell you, I did a lot of hard work. I ran a lot of races, a lot of training. I was very highly dedicated to getting that Olympic gold medal. You see there in the middle picture there, that's me crossing the finish line at the Olympic Games, 1972. At the Olympic trials in 1972 in Eugene, Oregon. The starter called us up to our mark. The gun went off, and for the next less than 10 seconds, I was living in a dream world. I mean, just an absolute, and I can't explain it. I'm not even going to try to, because there's no words to just express what I felt in that particular race. At the end of that race, you see me crossing the finish line right there. I was a world record holder. I was an Olympic trials champion, and more than all that, I was an Olympian. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole story because certainly there's not enough time for that, and that's not why you're here to hear about my story. It's really not about me, it's about you. If over there to the left, you see me there standing with my U.S. Olympic outfit on with that Olympic gold medal around my neck. That's right. I came home from the Olympic Games with an Olympic gold medal in my hands. I tell you, and that's another, I guess, feeling that I can't really quite explain. I mean, you just have to, as they say, be there to get it, right? Uh, just unbelievable. I mean, I can't, I'll never forget. As long as I live, boy, I'll cherish the memory of picking up that Olympic gold medal. And although I was able to put it together, right, I was able to do what was necessary to get to the Olympics and get that Olympic gold medal. I was come up with the tools and the skills and the training, whatever. But I wanted to go into business. But here's the thing. While I knew what it take to be successful on the track, I didn't quite have what it took to be successful in business. And I understood and I got that. But I tell you, I ran into this one guy, Vic Stryhus, that really knew his business. I mean, he really understood this whole thing of marketing and business and putting that all together. And so by working with him, by taking my experiences and what he taught me, I was able to put it together. You can see right there, I'm doing a presentation before, literally in a crowd it was more than 1,000 people there. It was 150, 200 people in an adjacent room because of the overflow. There was just so many people in there. Wasn't enough room to hold in the main auditorium there. And along with Vic Stryhus, there's also this company called 7K Metal. With Vic and 7K Metal, I tell you, well, I really found something, and this is what I'm going to be sharing you today because they come up with what works. Let me ask you a couple questions. Are you working harder for your money these days, but at the same time feeling like you're actually going backward? Sure, you're able to cover your rent, PG&E, your water bill, insurance, taxes, and things of that nature. But do you always feel like that you have more month than you do money, right? Your money runs out, but you still got some more left to do, and you're left with trying to figure out what are you going to do until the next paycheck rolls around. Let me ask you another question. Do you have any money at the end of the month for savings? And if you're like me, or the way I was at that time, the answer was a resounding no. No money left. Hey, I'm just trying to get through the month. And here's the other issue. It's not just you. You're not alone in this wealth building process. All across the country, people are in the same boat that you're in. They don't have enough money to really do the things that they want to do. Sure, they're able to, like I said, pay rent and things like that. But with the added high cost of financial pressures, along with, including the cost, raising a family, right, and running a household expenses, paying taxes and insurance and all these other sorts of things. It's just not a good picture, is it? And these things obviously are causing fear and uncertainty and doubt. And this is on a large scale. This is not just happening to you. This is literally across the country. I mean, just everywhere. People are really struggling, and the news is not getting any better. What's happening to your money? Look at this. In May of 2017, 44% of Americans said that they could not handle a $400 emergency. I mean, if something came up, I don't know, if a hot water heater went out or a furnace went out or you need a transmission for your car, whatever the case may be. And of course, those things are more than $400. But I don't know, if something just happened that caused a $400 emergency, would you be able to handle it? And it says 44%, almost half of Americans would just don't stand ready to handle that type of a economical crisis. And you asked, and I asked, when you asked a lot of them, well, how would you go about handling it? Here they are right here. Some of them said that they would have to borrow the money. I don't know, from a friend or a relative or whatever. And others indicated that they would probably have to sell some sort of personal possession. I don't know, a bike, a car, maybe some jewelry, maybe some tools. I mean, just to get that $400 to cover that emergency. And other ones even indicated that they would probably have to use a credit card in order to take care of that situation. But hey, all that does is plunge you deeper into debt, right? It's in the numbers. Listen to this. In 1913, the Federal Reserve Bank was created in the U.S. And what that means basically is that, hey, we went into the business of printing money. I mean, we were rolling out the dollar bills, right? Needless to say. But in just 100 years after we started printing out all this money, the dollar bill spending power had been reduced to 5 cents. I mean, can you imagine 5 cents? In other words, what it takes now, right? A dollar rather, back in 1913, you could buy it with a nickel. In other words, your dollar has lost 96% roughly of its spending power since 1913. If you can believe that, just incredible. Okay, and here's how it's hitting around the country in every household. Just looking at the turn of the century, right? Year 2000 to 2018, eating food at home increased 43%. 43%, imagine, almost half. But look, eating out, past 50%. It's at 59% increase just to eat outside. Eat out for dinner, or something like that. The cost of heating your home has gone up 99%. It's doubled just in the last 20 years or so, right? And look at this. Your water and sewage bill, it's gone up 133%. I mean, gosh, it's no wonder that the families are struggling right now. You have goals and dreams of sending your children to college. Well, look at these numbers. 151%, the cost of going to college has went up between the 2000 to 2018. And these are not extraneous type of bills and responsibilities, right? Car insurance. These are mandatory expenses. These, in order to drive a car, you have to have insurance. And look at that. It's virtually doubled, 97%. Same with your medical bills cost. It's gone up 97%, almost double. And if I can say anything about the medical bills, they're going to continue to go up. There's no question about that. Let's kind of turn the corner just a little bit and talk about sound money. You probably say, well, what the heck is sound money? Don't worry about it. Sound money is just another way of saying gold and silver. Gold and silver is one of the secrets to building your wealth, okay, or to wealth building. Keep this in mind. Now remember this. This is a big part of what we're going to be discussing today. Right? Gold and silver is one of the big secrets in building wealth today. Keep that in mind. The wealthy have been using this secret through the ages. I'm not kidding. It goes back literally thousands of years, not hundreds, thousands of years. This is what the wealthy have been doing in order to amass their wealth. They are using the secret to amass and, listen to this, because this is another very important point, to protect their wealth. To protect their wealth. Government and large corporations have been using this secret for literally years and years, right? They are the largest holders of gold and silver in the world, okay? They are the #1 holders of gold and silver. Let me show you the case of sound money. And don't forget now, sound money is just another word for gold and silver. Let's take a closer look at it. I want to show you the buying power of the dollar versus gold and silver. What could I buy in 1965 as opposed to what you could buy today? In 1965, a dollar or 1 ounce of silver would buy you 1 gallon of milk. Okay, $1, 1 ounce of silver, equal value, right? A gallon of milk. In 2019, 1 ounce of silver could buy you, listen to this, 5 gallons of milk today, right now, 5 gallons of milk, right? Your dollar today won't even buy you 1 gallon of milk. I mean, that's a serious decrease in the dollar value. And while silver has increased during that period of time, 410% since 1965. Get that, 410%. Let's look at cars. In 1965, you could purchase a brand new Ford Mustang for $2,500, or for 2,500 ounces of silver, right? Equal value, same thing. 2,500 ounces of silver, $2,500 netted you a brand new Ford Mustang. Okay. Today, let's just look at the situation today. 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you almost 2 Ford Mustangs today. $2,500 won't even buy you the tires and the wheels on a Ford Mustang. I mean, it's just amazing. And you don't believe me? Just go online and check for yourself, and I'm sure you know right away. If you know anything about cars, you can't buy a Ford Mustang for $2,500. You can't buy it for twice that much. You can't buy it 3 times that amount of money. Here's another question, and some of you might say, is this a trick question? Okay, going back to 1965, if I gave you $10,000 and the option to buy a house or gold, what would you buy? What would you say to that? You say, gold sounds good, but house? Oh man, I don't know. Real estate? That sounds pretty good to me. And everybody's probably heard the saying, if you're buying real estate, you can't go wrong, right? It's the way to go. Well, here's the numbers. If you said buy a house, your $10,000 today would be worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $85,803. And that's not a bad increase on your 800% increase since 1985. You say, hey, that's a good deal, right? Looks okay. For those that bought gold, its value has increased to $421,781, a full 4,210 plus percent increase on your gold bullion. I get a little excited with this stuff sometimes. You have to forgive me, but man, this is real. And look at this. I kind of threw this in parentheses for you. Just think, in 1965, if you bought $30,000 worth of gold, just $30,000 worth of gold, today, that gold would be worth $1.2 plus million. Can I say it again? $1.2 plus million, right? And listen, these are the secrets that the wealthy know about. And not only know about it, have been using it for years and years and years. Listen, it's important. Gold and silver are the best hedges against inflation also. Not only does it grow in value, but it's your hedge in order against inflation, and it's also your protection in order to keep your money. That's the other very important thing about this. You got to get this. Okay. Now, so far, the information I gave you, does it make you feel better? You feel good about your situations now? Do you say, oh, wow, man, as a result of hearing that, man, I'm in good shape? Or does it make does it make things a little bit more challenging for you? Are you looking around saying, hey, man, gosh, I'm not in such a good situation? Okay. And here's a question for you. Why are your financial professionals not telling you about this? I mean, why is it because they don't know? Is that the issue? Well, stay tuned. Here's the reason. Get this. The reason why they're not telling you is because they don't want you to know. It's just that simple. And the reason why they want you to know, they want to keep you in the dark. They want you to think it's all about money, making money, saving money, that whole type of thing. That's what they want. They want you to think the best thing to do is to save your money in a bank. Isn't that incredible? Knowing that year after year after year, that money that you have sitting in the bank is decreasing in value year after year after year. That's the bottom line. Okay, they want you to think knowing about sound money is not important. In other words, they don't want you to know about gold and silver. And isn't that pretty true? I mean, where are you getting all this information, right? Where are people knocking on your door, trying to tell you about the benefits and the value of gold and silver? It's just not happening, is it? I mean, you can share your own personal experience. You know what you've experienced, okay? You say, well, we're telling you, we want you to know this, okay? We want to help you and your family. We want to guide you through the maze of wealth building. And it is a maze, right? It's not easy. And the information is just not laying out there where you can just go and pick it up either. We want to enhance your wealth building future and legacy. We want to show you and teach you how you can amass wealth for you. We want to show you how you can amass wealth for your family and your future generations. We want you to leave a legacy. We want you to put you in a situation where not only you don't have to worry about yourself, but you don't have to worry about your children or your children's children. Okay, we want to help you amass true wealth for you and your family. Okay, and the reason why, because you deserve it, right? You deserve to know these things. That's what we're all about. Okay, we are here to help you become financially independent. That's what we want to do. That's what we're all about. We are going to show you the secrets to real wealth building. That's what we're here for. That's why I'm doing this presentation today. The same secret the wealthy have used for the last 5,000 years. That's what we're going to teach you. That's what we're talking about. We're here to confidently help get you ahead of the game now and forever. We want to set you up. We want to show you what this real wealth building is all about. It's not just about making money or working harder and putting money in the bank. If that was the case, everybody would be doing it, right? Okay. Our mission is to change the world, okay? We have 100+ years of success in business experience, okay? That alone is saying a lot. 100+ years in business experience, right? We have a passion to see that every average person gets ahead. We're out there helping the masses, not just our cronies, not just the ones that already have the money, right? We have helped a company that now does over $2 billion a year in this industry. Get that, not million, 2 billion, all right? With our skills and strategies, we are perfectly positioned to help you. These companies that I'm working with, 4% and 7K metals, they have been through it. They have asked the questions, and I'm going to get into that in just a few minutes. They have done the trial and error. They have made the mistakes. They have asked the questions, and they have now gotten it right. We stand ready to guide you on your journey to financial independence, and it's a journey. It really is. You got to learn some stuff, and you got to position yourself in such a way so that you can get ahead. Here's a message from one of the founders. He created because he wanted to help people all around the world. Okay, that's everybody, the masses, not the few, the masses. Okay, he has seen the negative experiences happen to his family and his friends, just like you've seen it happen to you. It happened to me. It happened to my family, and it happened to my friends. That's not a secret, I know. Seeing inflation, unexpected financial changes that cause major setbacks. He's seen that. We've seen that. Now you can amass, preserve your wealth, and live an exceptional life. And that's what it's all about. Living the life that you want to live, how you want to live it, on your terms, right? This company was created because it believes in you. We believe in you, and that's why we're here to help you. We stand ready to show you what it takes to to both amass and protect your wealth. Okay. So what these companies did, 7K Metals, they went and they asked the questions to do the same thing government and big businesses were doing. He asked, where should I buy my metals from? Very important question. Who should I trust? I don't have to explain that to you, do I? I mean, you can't do business with people that you can't trust. That's just a big out flat no, needless to say. What should I buy? Very important question, because what you buy impacts you being able to preserve your money. It has tax implications, and you learn that from Vic. On what should I buy? Depending on the type of gold and silver that you buy will impact, okay, your taxes and other things, which I just repeated. I'm being a little repetitious here, but this is important. How do I buy in small or large quantities? Another big important question, and I'll get into the details of that in just a few moments. How do I get more of it? And that's the other question. We want to continually be able to buy. We want to continually be able to build our portfolio. We want to continue to build it. We want to build and develop a mass of wealth. Okay, we need that, and we're going to show you. We're going to show you how to do that. We're not just showing you the value of gold and silver. We're actually going to show you how to amass it, how to make it, and how to make more money so that you can buy more gold and silver. That's a big point, right? We all want to know that, and you will. With us, to do it right, the first time, every time. We have taken the guesswork out of this, right? We have been through the trial and error. We have a roadmap laid down for you, a blueprint ready for you to follow. Now, we can safely guide you to financial independence because we know what it takes and we know what you need to do in order to get there, needless to say. Okay, let's talk a little bit about dealer direct pricing of gold and silver, and this is very important. Now, dealing directly with the dealer, dealing directly with dealers to get the best pricing on gold and silver. That's what you want, and that's what we have for you. We have a system that will allow you to deal directly with the dealer. That's very important, and you're going to see right now why that's so important. Okay, so here's a regular process for selling gold and silver. First of all, initially, the U.S. mints, they mint the money. They print the money, right? And what they do, they in turn give the money to the dealers, right? That's the first step, from the mint to the dealers, okay? In turn, the dealers sell these coins to the wholesaler. The wholesaler sells them to the broker sells them to the retailer now sells them to you. Hey, man, wait a minute. I mean, you got the dealer, okay, wholesaler, right? Broker, retailer. Hey, there's a lot of hands in there, right? There's and you don't have to be a financial wizard to understand that when you have all those hands touching, when you have all those middlemen, that there's going to be some markups, right? And so by the time it gets from the mint to you, I mean, you're paying all kinds of extra fees on this money. Well, listen to this. We use leverage and contacts to purchase directly from the dealer. And listen to this. We are purchasing directly from the dealer, and we're passing that benefit directly to you. Okay, this strategy cuts out the middleman with no minimum or maximum sales, right? This means that you don't have to buy $5,000 ounces of gold or silver and still get the best pricing. Whether you buy 1 ounce or 5,000 ounces, you get dealer direct pricing. That's important. I need to beat on this a little bit. I don't care if you buy 1 ounce, 5,000 ounces, the price is still the same, and you're getting it directly from the dealer. No broker, no wholesaler, no retailer. You're buying directly from them. Okay, there's more than this. I think you can see now. There's more to this than just simply buying. To live an independent lifestyle, you really got to know what you're doing, and we know what we're doing. Do you want to take advantage of dealer direct pricing? Well, I hope you do, and what's great about that is we're going to show you how to do that, how to get that done. Read that for me, if you will. You made a $1.2 million mistake, and you're probably saying, what are you talking about? Where did I make a $1.2 million mistake? Well, here it is right here. If you had purchased one MS-70 gold coin every month since 1986, okay, and that would have cost you somewhere in the neighborhood of about $40,000 to $50,000, right? That coin collection today would be worth $1.2 million. I mean, just get that. 50,000 turns into 1.2 million. That's a pretty darn good return on your investment, to say the least, right? And today, you don't need to jump on the computer or buy every month. We are going to set you up in such a way so that it just automatically happens. Just automatically, you're just going to be building that wealth, building your future, building independence, creating a life that you want for yourself. We have solved all those issues and more, as a matter of fact. So don't you make the same $1.2 million mistake. And not only are we saying don't make it, we're setting you up. We're going to show you how not to make it. In other words, we're going to show you how to bring in that type of money. We know you have plenty of questions. Obviously you do. When I first met these guys, I had a lot of questions too. But don't worry about it. We're going to answer all your questions and more. Now is the time to start building your financial wealth. I mean, when I say now, I mean right now. It is time, and I'm gonna give you the necessary information so that you can start. Don't wait until it's too late. Now is the time. Don't you make the same $1.2 million mistake again. Don't. Just don't do it. Now, there are 5 primary ways that you go about collecting gold and silver, and reasons for it. And here they are. The first is to hedge against poor government decisions and potential economic collapse, not to mention inflation and other sorts of things. You need a hedge. You need a hedge. You need some way to protect you against your government, some way to protect you against any type of calamity that comes along, like what happened in 2008 and what happened way back during the Depression. You need that. That's very important for you to get and understand. And some people, they just want to accumulate. They want to amass a great deals of wealth. Not a bad idea. You need this. We know a lot of people that are interested in just accumulating a bunch of wealth, and that's a very good reason for buying gold and silver. Wealth protection. I've said this several times, as you well know, in this presentation, and I can't emphasize it enough. It's one thing to make a whole bunch of money, right? But it's something else again to protect it. I mean, you're saying, look, I'm going to make some millions of dollars, right? And I'm going to pass them on to my grandchildren. Well, this is the thing. You're going to pass them on to your grandchildren, but by the time your grandchildren gets these dollars and where they're starting to spend them, they're not going to be worth anywhere near what they were worth at the time that you put them in the bank. You need wealth protection. Gold and silver is a way to protect your wealth, no question about it. Here, some people are buying gold and silver as a means of diversification. Yeah, they want to, build up their portfolio. And that's a good reason, no question about it. There are all sorts of coins out there. I mean, just many types of coins. I mean, and it's important for you to diversify, to get different types of coins, and maybe you might even want to dabble in some other things as well. Now, I'm not saying that you got to spend every penny that you have on gold and silver, but gold and silver is certainly one of the places where you want to invest, no question about it. Coin collection. Now, this is kind of like a fun part with gold and silver, but at the same time, keep in mind, even though it's a fun thing and it's an enjoyable thing, you're still building wealth. The value of these coins sometimes grow faster than any others because of their collectability. When you're talking about collectible coins, they have certain things about them that make them more unique and more valuable in certain types. The way the coin is raised, the fine-tuned emblems and different things that are on it, like the eagle and like the buffalo, and in the Native American and how they're raised. I probably said this already, and the graphics of them really makes them highly, highly valuable. So when you're out, doing coin collecting, that's a good way, a very excellent way to increase your wealth. Okay. So I'm going to say this one more time. Don't make the $1.2 million mistake again. Just don't do it. I got some questions for you. Do you want to know how to build your financial future? Well, you probably say, man, of course. I mean, who doesn't, right? Do you want to start living the life you want And I mean the life that you want. I mean, actually, like it says here, do you want to be the captain of your life? Do you want to take vacations when you want to take vacation? You want to go to where you want to go on your vacation. I'm not talking about I don't know, going on a picnic or something like that. I'm talking about Hawaii, Dubai, I don't know, wherever you want to go, Acapulco. I mean, it's just so many different places. You might want to go to Europe and travel, right? Now, me, it's Disneyland. I'm a Disneyland kind of a guy, right? So that's why I'd probably go. But hey, that's just me. You can go anywhere you want to go when you have amassed and built your wealth. Do you want step-by-step help to financial wealth? You probably say, man, why am I asking these questions? These are important questions. But the reason why I'm asking you this is because this is what we're providing. We're giving you the blueprint to financial wealth. I mean, nobody's doing this. You check me out. You go online, you Google and see what people are giving you. Just the information I've given you so far. Who's giving you this? Where have you heard people talking about being able to protect your money, hedges against financial collapse, and all these different sorts of things? You're not getting this anywhere. Okay, to get the answer to these and other questions, all you have to do is click on the link below. I guarantee you, you're not going to get this anywhere else. And not only am I saying click on the link below, this is free. This is not going to cost you anything. I mentioned his name before, Vic Stryhuse. He's going to give you all of the ins and outs, all of the details. And listen to this. Get this. This is very important. I want you to hear this loud and clear. I know I've been talking about buying gold and silver, right? And using it as a way to amass wealth. Using it as a way to protect your wealth. But Vic is also going to show you, and get this, and nobody is doing this, he's also going to show you how to make the money to buy your gold and silver. Now tell me, who's doing that? Who is doing that? Nobody is showing you how to make the money to buy the gold, to create your financial future, to build your financial wealth. No one is doing this. All you got to do to get this information is click on the link below or paste it into your browser. That's all you got to do. You can't go wrong. And this is free. It doesn't cost you anything at all. So go ahead and click on the link or paste it into your browser. I guarantee you it will be one of the best decisions you ever made in your life.